Hey, I'm Jeff, and thanks for joining me. Today I want to talk about a movie I've been dying to see for a long time. It's an English slasher called The Redwood Massacre, and I came across this by accident. Ran across a picture of it in a forum. Looked pretty cool. I looked up the movie poster, then I looked up the movie, and then finally the movie became available and I got a chance to watch it. I'm going to give you the story first. It's about a farmer who goes insane, kills his wife, kills his daughter, and then kills his son. He then ends up hanging himself. Now I know that sounds like Madman, but this one's a little different. He buries his son in a shallow grave, and the legend is that his son rose from the grave insane, just like his father, and now he haunts the local area. And it's become kind of a local legend. A lot of hikers come in through the area, they know about the farm, and apparently a lot of people disappear in the area. So the movie starts with a group of about 5 or 6 people, all friends. They're going hiking in the one area. They're all going to meet up. One of them is arriving by bike. The other 4 are arriving by foot. Now the guy on the bike never shows up. He gets tripped up on his bike and knocked out and dragged away. The other 4 are waiting for them, but they find his phone. So they don't go up to the house right away. They make a campsite and they stay there for the night. Now it is 3 women and two guys. One guy's kidnapped, one guy is part of the group. When they wake up the next morning, it's just 2 girls. They don't know where the other 2 are gone. And they get a little worried, they don't know what to do. They've left their stuff behind, they're just gone. Now we know as a viewer that the killer or the farmer has kidnapped them and is holding them in the barn. So they decide they're going to go to the house and wait for them there. And what they don't know is that their friends are being tortured and murdered in the barn. I don't want to give too much away if you haven't seen it, but it becomes a struggle. There comes a character who's looking for his daughter's killer, and it ends like you think a slasher movie would. Here's my problem with the movie. It's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a straight up slasher, and for a lot of it, it is. What they do is they add a lot of torture porn to it, and torture porn is one of the worst subgenres of horror I've ever seen. The killer doesn't kill people. He basically captures them, takes them back to his barn, and tortures them in incredibly gruesome ways. It doesn't make a lot of sense though, because he doesn't torture everybody. Earlier in the movie he runs across 2 campers and he just kills them. He doesn't torture them or anything. Takes an axe to them, left and right. That's the last you'll ever see of them. Everybody else gets kidnapped and taken back to the barn. This movie did a lot of things right. It's creepy as hell. The killer, his mask is awesome. He looks great, he looks menacing. He's also one of those killers who doesn't walk slowly around. He runs, he chases, and he's really threatening. I'll spoil the ending for you. This is kind of the problem with the movie. The girl and her friend find the barn, and they find their friends, and they get separated. One of them runs away, but gets caught and then is later killed. The other one gets away, is beaten, runs into the guy who's looking for his daughter's killer. Now, he's brought a shotgun with him, with, get this, 2 bullets. He brings a double-barrel shotgun and only brings 2 bullets to kill this man. And it doesn't go the way you think, and he dies too. The girl gets away, she passes a car, she gets in the car with the guy, they drive off. You think the movie's over. She falls asleep, she wakes up and the guy tells her, you know what, I got lost, I think we got turned around, I think we went in a big circle. He gets killed, and then she gets chased into a junkyard. She basically drops a car on the killer. Movie over. Here's what I hated about the movie. It was really uneven about what it wanted to be and what the rules are. The killer takes a shotgun blast to the chest and walks around like nothing's happened to him. The killer has literally a dozen people in that barn, and nobody's figured it out yet. And they're not all dead. She runs into quite a few living people in the barn who are just tied up. Also, the gore is really good, but like I said, there's a lot of torture porn into it. He takes one of the girls, he ties her to a table, and then he proceeds to stab her slowly in the stomach several times. He ties up another guy to a chair, and then bashes his knees in with a sledgehammer. All of this is really redundant, and you don't even know why he's doing it. I think they just added it in to pad time. It's not scary, it's kind of disgusting actually. I would have liked to see some more cat and mouse. Another problem with the movie is the characters do the dumbest things in the world. One of the men who's kidnapped manages to get out of his chains, and instead of running out of the barn at full speed ahead, he sneaks around the barn. And it can't be that big, but he's in this barn for like 15 minutes, just hiding from the killer. It's like pick a door, go through the door, and run for your life. Same with the girl who gets captured later. She doesn't run out of the barn, she hides in the barn where the killer finds her. I told you how the girl tracks down a passing by car. Now there's no way in hell this guy drives around with a bloody girl in his car and just gives us I think we just drove in one big circle. I don't care what the roads are like in England. You can find us something with a road sign, come on. That's the stupidest part, because they're gone for hours and they literally stop at the killer's front door. He literally says, oh, there's a house right over there, I'm going to go ask for help. He's dead, boom. And guess what, there's the killer. He didn't have to chase him down, they apparently drove right up to his house. If you can forgive all that, it is bloody, it is gory, it does it really well. The forest is really scary, even during the day. Most of it does take place during the day. You did get a couple of questions, like why did the killer only kidnap 2 people out of the campground, not 4, and how did he kidnap those 2 when they were sleeping in different tents with other people? They never really explained that part. Like I said, I was a little disappointed. It wasn't the movie I expected it to be, but it was still a good movie. Definitely worth a watch or two. It's not my favorite movie, but I'd like to see more of it. I don't think they're going to peel the killer out of the bottom of that car, so I don't know if there's going to be a sequel, but still, I'd recommend it, and I think you should check it out too. Once again, that's the Redwood Massacre. I don't know if it's available in the United States yet, but it is available in the UK. See if you can track down a copy. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, please list them below. Thanks a lot.